Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Daniela and today we'll continue with the Expanse. This time, episode 8 of the second season. In the last episode, Gani was saved. She was brought back to Shiroko and they took care of her and of course questioned her. And they told her that the rest of her team is dead and also the lieutenant, and also that she's gonna go to Earth to tell them about what happened on Ganymede. She has to tell them that they shot first and not a thing about the thing. So that's that. Anderson came back. I mean, he didn't go anywhere, it's just I haven't seen him in some time now. But of course, Anderson is Anderson, so it didn't end good. I mean, good for him, but bad for the rest. He took Cortazar. Amazing, especially because Cortazar said that there is more protomolecule. Now, I've been thinking, right? Was he talking about the protomolecule in the missile or the protomolecule on Ganymede? I don't know, but yeah, he took it. Also, for some reason, Johnson told the OPA and Anderson, I mean the factions, Deron, Tycho, and Anderson, that he has missiles. That's always great. I don't think Anderson wants them, but I'm not so sure about the rest of the OPA. I mean, that guy, he was already, yeah, let's share them, you know? So I don't think he's gonna give up on them so easily. So anyway, as usual, I got something to drink. The episode is ready to start, so without further ado, let's do this. Wow, it was just a girl. I really thought it was someone asking for help. It didn't have the blue lights of the proton molecule. He seemed to be... what is called? I think it's called a botanist. So maybe it's a plant in there because it needs light.
Where are we?
Freighter. Refugee ship. We're refugees.
I remember. I saw a mirror falling.
There was a battle in orbit. Nobody knows what started it. But one of the mirrors was destroyed.
What happened to May?
I'm so sorry. Half the mirror came down on sector.
Damn.
May's gone.
Twisted you little shit.
I need your Chester to no belt to do. If you don't want for fight no more, then go back for your real home. Door's gonna be fist for the belt.
Why wasn't the skiff locked down?
Clamps were released manually at the berth.
So Dawes obviously had inside help. Who was in charge of security at this goddamn station?
That would be me.
Interesting.
Say what you mean.
Either you're doing an incredibly shitty job or you're no longer in control of the people who work for you.
You preserved what you could of this terrible new weapon and took it back to Tycho with you, keeping those secrets for yourself. No doubt believing that when the time comes, as it surely must, you and you alone would decide when to use the weapon to defend the belt. We do not want to live under anyone's boot, Faye Johnson. A Select taught you, even a friendly one, afraid that if we disobey, we will have our air cut off, our water ration, be spaced, or be herded into chambers to be used like animals.
It's so bad that there are so many builders on Tycho that follow Anderson.
The terraforming project could always use more agri-techs. You could come with me. We could start over together.
The same way Eros was talking, Cortazar was scanning the system for signals like that. He found one.
Where?
He was still trying to figure it out. He only heard it once, after Eros burned up.
Is she trying to get rid of it now? Are those other ships? Are they in the way?
I'm sorry, I didn't tell you there was more of it out there.
Why didn't you?
I knew how you'd feel. I didn't want to argue about it.
She didn't tell him about the proton molecule in the missile. He didn't told her about Cortazar.
Okay, listen, I got me a whole bunch of busted up hand terminals that I gotta get operational for the refugees. I could really use some help. So, you gonna give me a hand?
No.
No.
Yeah. That little kid really messed him. Wow, that's the little shit that was on. It was on. What is it called? The controls there. You can't trust anyone.
You? No.
I'm going to Mars.
You're not Duster Bird.
No, I'm going with my friend.
Okay, so he's a belter. I hate this. The door opened.
Fred was looking for death. He would have welcomed it. But spoke to him. Showed him a different path.
Must have been quite the conversation.
It was more than talk. You found what Cortazar found.
Kinda weird.
You got something?
The shout came from Ganymede. There's protomolecule on Ganymede Station.
Yes, it is.
Who here was on Ganymede when the battle broke out?
Okay, now just ones with advanced degrees in genetics, biology, nanoinformatics. Dr. Lawrence Strickland, degrees in all three.
It can't be this easy.
There's no reason for him to hide. He was working in a clinic as a pediatrician.
Was he the doctor of May?
Harbor Station. Why? You want me to go begging to Dawes?
Don't let your pride get.
They want to take over Tycho or what? Oh.
Put it down! Put it down!
No one else needs to die. What do you want?
We want the missile, boss man. All them other missile.
Of
We're not
course.
going to use them. We will.
What do you know about Dr. Lawrence Strickland?
He's my daughter's pediatrician.
That's it?
He helps me with my research sometimes. He's a very gifted geneticist. It's just a soybean. I'm a botanist.
But he opened on the other side, and when he opened the lid, there wasn't any. It wasn't a plant.
You order something, nothing, nada. You can launch the missiles too, me pensa, huh? Show us. Join us.
I work for Fred.
Stop.
Seriously. We help each other. That's what people do. We help. That's why we have a civilization.
So then why don't you help your family?
What?
They're right there on Mars where you left them.
Oh, Jesus! Famous!
I don't want to fight you, Alex. Please don't make me. Because if we do,
I'm gonna kill you.
who's gonna fly the ship?
You didn't. Stop.
Corporate clinics are legally required to let parents remotely monitor their children from anywhere, right?
You have children of your own?
No.
Earth's not defenseless. They'll shoot him down.
Maybe not all.
And then they'll destroy Tycho.
And they'll happily die.
Just more oxygen for the fire of the great Belter Revolution.
Revolution is not working like that. You attack someone and become a Martin if they attack you back.
Okay, let's get you to medbay. Let's take one step at a time.
Stop.
This is how you treat all your guests.
You're not a guest. You're a guide. Naomi said that you're coming with us to find your little girl. It's a good reason.
It's a good reason for going to Ganymede, or is a good reason for Amos to help around?
I'll let you through it all.
I promise. No more secrets.
Well, maybe he misses his family, but probably he likes being on a ship and, you know, in space more. I don't know.
You will no longer be welcome on Tycho Station. No free food, fuel, or repairs, and no safe harbor for you or your people.
You still think you're gonna be in charge when I get back? You said it yourself, the game has changed.
This can be the
Looks
end
like
of
you're not.
Johnson and Drummer.
You're free to go.
So that was a thing. Hold on, and the rest and Dr. Meng are going to Ganymede. Awesome. I mean, they're going to Ganymede after the protomolecule. Earth is going on Venus after the protomolecule. Anderson has Cortazar that is trying to find the protomolecule. I think Cortazar knows that the protomolecule he found is on Ganymede, so it's nothing that stops him to tell Anderson about it. I mean, he wants it. It doesn't matter for whom he is working for. It just matters to continue his research. So is Anderson gonna send people on Ganymede? I don't know. At least Meng, as I said, has some sort of connection. I mean, was born there and raised on Ganymede, so hopefully it's gonna open some sort of door for the rest to get access to the domes and, I don't know, to search for the protomolecule and for May. So there is this guy, Dr. Lawrence Strickland. um, has degrees in biology and nanotechnology and in genetics. That was on Ganymede. He was pretending to be a pediatrician. He was, taking care of the kids there. But isn't it a bit suspicious though? Apparently, he left with May before all the fight started. I don't think it's a coincidence that he left and took May. Maybe because Holden said that the daughter is the key. Maybe Lawrence was making some sort of test on her with the protomolecule. Was he injecting it in her, or I have no idea, in some way exposing her? But I saw that, especially in that photo that Holden had, there were another 2 kids, so I don't think May was the only one. But I don't know, maybe it worked better on her. I have no idea, but also that rescue ship. Damn. First it was the Canterbury. It stirred up a little. The Belters was a riot on series. Some people were killed and some fights started. But now with Eros, Eros was another drop in the already overflowing barrel of hate towards Inners. I mean, it was so suspicious why they separated them. And it was because they wanted to get rid of Earthers and Martians. And they spaced them out. I mean, I understand that there is, apparently there is no gain in doing this. But still, the hate for Inners, for that Belter have, just reached a new level. He was from the Black Sky faction, wanted the missiles, of course, I mean, and kind of took over Tycho, but fortunately nothing happened. I also don't think it's gonna be the last time the Belter's gonna go against Johnson. As Holden said, something changed, and I think, it wasn't great from the start. I think there were always people that disagreed with Johnson being the, in command on Tycho. Also, the guy that tried to kill Christian had a problem with Johnson. We don't have to listen on Arthur. But now with the arrival of Anderson and his speech, really steered the Belters. And again, as Holden said, maybe he won't be in charge for long. Who knows? But I also hope it's not the last time we saw of him, especially of Drummer, because damn, this episode, she was something. Even if she knew Anderson, I don't think she agrees with his ideas, even if she also is a Belter. That's why she sided with Johnson. But I also really wonder how she ended up with Johnson. Who knows? Maybe we're gonna find out. Again, I hope it's not the last time we see of her and Johnson and Tycho in general, because it's really nice. Did Johnson just give up on finding the protomolecule or going after Cortazar? I don't think he can go on Sirius and not be recognized, or just go to Anderson, because apparently they also cut ties. So that's gonna be a problem. Maybe he's gonna send the drummer and, make her seem that she's back, and who knows. I mean, it's a stupid plot, so hopefully not. Amos was really affected by the kid from the last episode. He seemed stranger than usual, but also showed, I think, a little bit of more emotions. I mean, his eyes were kind of watering, so that's a display of emotion. And also, I think he's thinking of going on Earth, or at least he's thinking about Lydia, I think it was Lydia, the person that raised him after his mother died. So, who knows? But also, his fight with Alex and telling him, the only reason I'm not fighting you is because there won't be anyone to pilot the ship. So, that's all that means to him. Was getting into fights, or he got into some fights. If he didn't, I mean, I don't think he punched himself to bust his lip, but had a busted lip, and maybe he was like fighting with something. Probably. Maybe to take his mind out of that kid and the way he made him feel. I don't know. Meng had a container with the plant, soybean plant, and it seemed important to him. I don't know if he was like working on something, had a little experiment with, or he wanted to give it to someone. Seeing that this episode was focused on Tycho, and it didn't show anything of Mars or Earth, I'm guessing the next episode will be Gunny going to Earth, or definitely it will be some of Mars, some of Earth, I'm guessing, because I really want to see Gunny on Earth. That's gonna be something. The tensions between Earth, I mean, it's not even Earth, because Earth doesn't give a shit about, but the anger on the belt and the belters is rising. Those missiles, if I got it correctly, it was really smart of Naomi to put kind of tracking thing on them, so when someone is trying to access the missiles, she will get a notice. That's that. Yeah, amazing episode as usual. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy. And I will see you next time. Bye.